Let's wait for a couple of minutes. People are joining in. Hi everyone, we'll start in 2 minutes. Let people join in. I see still people are joining in. Great. Okay, so we'll start in 1 minute. And okay, so let's begin. Hi everyone, my name is Bhushan and I'm welcoming to today's webinar OTT Boom and MENA. In this webinar, we are going to talk about growth drivers and opportunities that lies in MENA region. So the MENA region is experiencing a growth in OTT streaming, fueled by high mobile usage and young audience. Tech-savvy audience also, which demands on-demand content, which is growing. Mm, And this is the perfect time to tap this market or thriving market, you can call. And in this webinar, we are going to deep dive into what are these driving growth, or what are the, more importantly, what you can leverage onto today's technology, and how you can start OTT platform. What are the challenges? What are the strategies that you should look forward? Uh, I will try to cover all these points during this webinar. But before we start, here is a small note for the audience. Uh, Actually, you would receive collateral, a marketing collateral at the end of the webinar, and you keep posting your questions, and we will answer these questions at the end of the session. So, as you can understand, that this webinar is divided into two parts. First, we will talk about the topic, and latter part we will talk about the question and answers. So with this, I am Bhushan Vaidya, host for today's webinar, welcoming you to the webinar, and we will talk about the topic today. Okay. But before I start, a small news. Have you heard about that there is a recent news in MENA market that half of the online video advertising revenue is coming from TikTok and YouTube? If you have heard about this, definitely you are on top of the statistics or the top of the topics that we are going to talk in this region or webinar. Okay, great. So let's move on to the what is there in webinar for us. Let's see what we can start with. As I've given you my introduction, I'm Bhushan and I will be covering today's topic. Starting with our organization about Muvi, we are a 12-year-old organization in the market, headquartered in US. We have a streaming products that helped many enterprise, small, medium, and individual customers in the market, different geography, different locations, to start their OTT platform, leverage the growth, and grow in the market. We are recognized as top 100 companies in streaming and media universe. What are the credentials? What are the products that we offer? These are the products that we offer, like if you need a back end plus front end, Movie One is our product wherein you can really launch the platform within like few days, 1 week at the most. Okay, we also have a live servers wherein you can start the live streaming. You can use it for any of the event, any of the use case that you have for the live streaming, plus you can monetize the content. We also have a hosting server, Movie Flex, that will help you to host the content and monetize at the same time. The product layout will help you to start your fast channels, and this is one of the topic we are going to talk about in the coming slides. In the past, we also covered the fast channel as a one of the key area as a webinar, and if you have attended that, or if you haven't, you can go to our channel and watch it. We also offer player SDKs in case you want to build something on your own and you need a streaming SDKs. We offer that. We also offer offline products and Ali, which is our AI-based recommendation engine. So these are our product and services. We can have a dedicated support team. We can have a domain expertise. Since we work in this market from last 11 years, we can give you the consultancy and we can take you to the next level. These are some of our awards and recognitions, we are a leader in streaming category. We are topper. We are actually leader in Asia Pacific category also. Some of the benefits that our product offers is ready to launch solution. You can launch within couple of weeks. We offer complete infrastructure. You don't have to talk to any other vendor or multi-complex vendor. We also provide a domain expertise that you can expect from us in terms of while you are starting a new uh, OTT streaming platform. And how we can help, these are some of the points that we have. If you need a customization, if you have a specific requirement in terms of platform that you want to start, or if you need an end-to-end deployment, or if you need a CDN support, this is everything available with Movie, and we can help you out while you want to launch a platform in the market. Now, talking to let's get to the today's agenda. So we will first talk about how MENA region was before 2024, where it started, how it started, what are the key areas or the key starting points where it began. Then what are the overall growth signs? What are the current trends? What is picking up? What is going down? Or what is you should focus on? And some of the challenges that the new entrant will face and the existing entrants are facing, and some of the recommended strategies. So this is a quick agenda for you. We also have like when we started understanding MENA region, since Movie is working in this industry for long, so we wanted to cover certain topics that helps our audience to understand what region will actually look like. So MENA region has emerged as one of the key player in the global market. Why? Because there are certain factors. One, the audience is getting tech savvy. There is a rapid mobile penetration happening and acceptance of mobile technology. Earlier, when you were seeing that there is a 4G, 3G where the technologies were there, now you can see the 5G is coming up in various regions. And companies are offering their content over a mobile is becoming a hot topic now. So audience who like me, or maybe a young audience who definitely want to watch it on the mobile itself. So that is a key area that a trained MENA region had never seen before COVID. After COVID, it has actually started gaining a traction. Now, what is the when we talk about percentage, the CAGR, what we are currently experiencing or observing is a 12% CAGR. That is with that uh, speed, the growth is happening. Now, talking about the various players, the new players like you have heard about Netflix, Amazon, or any other player, they initially tried the market, and when individually didn't work, they started doing JVs or tying up with the local players. Along with these market leaders, there are local player also, like regional player who wanted to promote the local content in local language. Okay, in Africa region, there are contents or content player who are going to talk about the African content. There are we on a daily basis talk to many players who want to start their regional content flavor, and which the larger player fails to do that, and that is where traction is coming in. One example that we have listed here is Egypt saw rise in digital viewing content in live streaming. Now, live streaming was earlier only anticipated through for the sports events or maybe through Facebook or Instagram, but now live streaming happening on the individual platform as well. One quick example, Netflix was known for the OTT, video on demand content, but they bought a right for WW or the wrestling streaming. So that is how the market is changing. Now, one key update many of us know, but just stating here so that who don't know can actually look into it. The companies like Amazon, or there are other companies also pulling out from Africa. Now, as I mentioned, that regional flavor is very important for that region, and having a content from local language is key area, which Amazon uh, initially tried, but it didn't work out. Now, as I mentioned, what was MENA region looked like before 2024. So as I mentioned that COVID, after COVID, is it actually started picking with the growth, seeing the growth. Now, when we talk about the growth, the S word, T word, A word, these are the various segments we would talk. But in a layman's language, people started watching the content more during the COVID time, and that is the actually reason that fueled the increase in internet penetration, mobile device adoption, or shifting consumer preferences toward streaming over traditional media. Means rather than I'm watching the content on TV, I would watch it on mobile because easy access to internet, easy access to mobile, and no one has imagined that I would watch a content on mobile, but that has seen after during the COVID and after COVID. So that is how the trends got set. Just an example, the first OTT service that region saw in MENA is Stars Plays Arabia, which was owned by Lionsgate, and it crossed the border in 2014, and and by 2017 it gained the traction. So it took around 2 years to for a player like Lionsgate or the Star Play Arabia to get a traction, and it was a first OTT in the market that started streaming the video on demand. So let's understand some of the facts, or rather stats, that will help you understand how we should pursue this trend. Or when I look MENA, what are the key areas that I should think about or maybe look after? So MENA region, as you know, that is a connecting node between some of the transit territory. Okay, and it's a international communication track. So it's a connection between many of the countries, and many companies would prefer while doing a business through MENA region. It's an upcoming market. It's a very growing market, and now we have seen that internet penetration is very smooth. Okay, this region, specifically for media market, value will amount between 17 billion by 2026, okay, which was 35 billion in 2020. So this is the growth that is predicted for the next couple of years, at least for the 3 years or 2 years. And as I mentioned, that CAGR, what we are seeing is between 12 to 12.79%. Okay, which was 5% in 2019 and 2021. So can you imagine the growth that is happening? It's like double fold. And that is how the marketeers are looking at MENA region. I mentioned about Netflix. So Netflix came to this market in 2016, and currently most popular service rushing to 10 million subscribers. The important key to note is having a content that is more focused on the region and some of the regional types. Okay, so local services also developing now. Success is also promised to the platform to which type with a telecom giant like SCT. They started Java TV, and they are basically working as an aggregator. Now this is one of the uh, segment where an OTT player can think about working as an aggregator. Now you can tie up with the local players, you can tie up with the local content creators which are individually creating content, but they don't find a platform to start their share their content and get monetized it. So that is where these players are cashing up and providing a content that audience will love. Now, let's talk some numbers from the known OTT players in the region, where they started, where they are now, and what they look in the next 1 or 2 years. So, we have tried to list down some of the known players in the market like Netflix, Disney, Shah's Play, Shahid VIP, Amazon, OSN, Apple TV. You can see that in 2019 the 4064 was the number that Netflix had, but now it is beyond, it is 9805, and it is basically growing. And this is basically just a initial number that we have quoted, but it's going to help you to understand the market is penetrating well. market is responding to a new players, and the players who have a flair that is basically connecting to the audience. Okay. Now, again, when we talk about MENA OTT streaming industry, this is the rise of OTT players in the market. So when in 2010 there was like very OTT industry was not known in 2010, but there was a smaller player in the market. And then we had some of the players in the market who started some streaming. As mentioned, Netflix started in 2016 in MENA region, and then we saw a lot of players coming in the region. So that nowadays there is a lot of option for viewers to browse through, watch, and understand that what they're offering. There are different models these players are trying: SWOT, AWOT, freemium. They offer exclusive content, PPV models. These models are like we cover in one of the slide. But uh, key point is to understand, while you are developing a platform for a certain region, understanding the flavor, what other players are offering, and how you can start, where you can start is the key element. But this is the right time to start in this kind of platform or in this kind of region. So just to give you an idea about the breakdown and under one region that I picked up as a UAE. Now, if you see that I have tried to distribute the numbers in four kind of revenue models: TWOD, AWOD, SWOD, and FAST. Now, TWOD is basically transaction based viewing. AWOD is ads, wherein you actually watch a content based on the ads. You actually watch it free, but then you get to see ads also. And SWOD is a subscription based and fast. Now, if you see this table, there you will notice that TPOD is essentially 11.31 US million. However, the growth is CAGR is 3%. AWOD and SWOD is showing a maximum growth. AWOD is something that is people are trying to accept it because A, it offers a free content. B, bigger player like Hotstar or Disney Hotstar, Disney Plus, or maybe Netflix are also getting into award kind of mechanism. If you are on lower plan, you would definitely see advertisement. If you are on higher plan, you would definitely not see the advertisement. So this is how they are structuring, and you can see that award is growing from with a rate of CAGR 9.14 to it average revenue per unit going to be 7.5. So these are the numbers that we have tried to collect and present in front of you, so that you understand the market is huge, what type of model will work. Okay. And as I mentioned, video on demand market is projected to reach between 226.7 million. It is expected to grow by 6.39, and the penetration that we are expecting is between 61.5% to 65.4%. And the user base that any of the player who's entering in the market that is aiming is somewhere between 6.9 million is something that you should expect. Now, if you consider some part of the share on it, you can start your OTT platform at any point in time. Now, so we and try to understand some of the growth drivers also, means what are the key areas in Middle East and Africa region. So let's talk about a TV episode or movie will generate around 5.69 billion by 2028. Okay. Turkey, Israel, and Saudi Arabia could together will account like 55% of the region's revenue by 2028. So I'm just stating three countries that is going to generate maximum revenue by now. Now there are 13 Arabic countries will generate around 2.47 billion in 2028. As I we spoke about various monetization method, award will bring around 1.5 billion by 2028. SWOT will generate a revenue by 3.82 billion by 2028. Now this is something the market is giving you indication. Okay, this will help you understand where to begin, what to aim, and how to start, or maybe whether it is the right time to start if you are thinking about starting your own OTT platform. Now, what makes the difference for MENA region? What are the key areas that you feel, okay, these are the differentiator points for this region? First of all, Middle East will have a maximum bandwidth usage on an annual growth rate is from after 2019. So when I talk about bandwidth usage, as I mentioned that mobile penetration and internet is easy to access, okay, bandwidth consumption is happening on a larger scale. So that when you watch a content, when you browse a content, this is one of the reports stated that the bandwidth usage is growing from 2019. What earlier we have seen. Now, I've covered this internet access, thereby, huge market for OTT streaming and media. Sorry, countries in MENA has a less population, hence the numbers are in their nascent stage. What we are present, it is very nascent stage, and they are going to grow exponentially in couple of years. Okay, so I we also try to, when we covered the facts, the mobile accessibility is something keep coming in most of the reports and most of the surveys that show that mobile internet is extremely cheap, and 100% cellular connection going to access the internet. So that is where the, if you only want to launch an app, that is fine. You can also start with the mobile application. You can talk about Android, you can talk about iOS, or you know you can think about Huawei and whatnot. So but essentially, mobile penetration is going to help many of our OTT players in the market. Now, talking about Northern Africa, the internet usage as of July 23rd is slightly above the global average, which is 64.5%, which is, if you rate to global average, it is a little higher. And from the last what we have seen, Africa region is responding to various kind of streaming sites, which are talking about, streaming the MMA, streaming the fights, streaming the sports. There are a couple of football leagues are coming in. So Africa region is again a hot topic for the streamers. Okay. Uh, Lastly, Arab states, if you take an as an example, 82% of urban population is covered by 4G, and now new technologies are coming. So 5G is also in talk. The recent article that spoke about 5G penetration, some of the regions has access, but most of the rural population will get internet access very soon. Means they are right now getting access, but not as high as it is expected. But as mentioned, 82% of urban population is accessible for 4G. So, since we talk about mobile as an example, we have tried to cover numbers here, wherein if you talk about new app downloads, it is somewhere between 13.8 billion overall MENA region. Okay. If you talk about App Store spend, it is somewhere around 3.1 billion. And daily time spent on per user on a mobile is 4.5 hours. So, when we talk to various inquiries or various customers in this region, and there are various inquiries we handle on a regular basis, they consider that my user will spend 1 hour, 2 hour on my content, but the industry average, that says that on a regular viewer who would spend a minimum time on phone is between 4.5 to 5 hours. So that is what, and this is a year on year growth that will help you understand when you are thinking about developing an application or launching an app, a streaming platform, where to begin, whether to start with a website, whether to start with a mobile app. Now, this is specifically for the MENA region, but if you talk about global average also, 5 hours minimum an user will spend on a mobile. Now, so we are a few slides away from the ending this webinar. Please feel free to, you know, drop us a question. We also run some of the polls. If you respond to our polls, that will help understand your responses, whether we are covering the topic that you are interested in, whether it is helpful or not, please you can respond on our polls as well, and keep sending the questions. Okay. Now, while we started this topic, we also tried to figure out what are the challenges and what are the best strategies you could cover, or way you could actually think about. Now, as the competition increases, subscriber churn is one of the key challenges that any of the OTT platform will face. Okay. Now, when there are big players in the market, and if they are not offering the content that I want as audience, I would definitely look for the some alternative. Even though I am subscriber, I would want to pay on a particular content, not for subscription basis. So this trend is picking up right now. There are a couple of offerings that club all these platform together, and I only pay once, but I can watch all the content. So there are, various ways the OTT platform are working, but subscriber churn is one of the key element into challenges. Competition, you will have a competition from local to big brands. Means you saw the Netflix is coming in, you saw, Shahid is there, you saw, if you talk about Africa region, there is a Showmax is there, there is a Netflix. But since Amazon is pulling out their operation from Africa, you there is a lot of other options are coming up. So competition is there. You have to identify what model will work for you. Cross-platform compatibility, we come across a lot of inquiries that come to us and they say, hey, I want to start with TV platform, I want to start with mobile, I want to start with various other offerings. uh, can we? The answer is yes, you should, but actually you should also understand what are the numbers in each these out ecosystem. So if you know that Android and iOS has a maximum downloads, I would definitely start it there. Okay, like we have stated, the mobile penetration in this MENA region is higher, so someone would definitely think about, I want to start with the mobile application. Now, streaming performance, you need to have a platform, you need to have a backend in a such a way that it will actually provide a seamless streaming experience, and it has a better performance. Nobody want to have an experience while they are watching a content that it's buffering, it is delaying, or it has multiple other challenges. How to tackle that? Working with global players, working with platform that gives you right streaming experience and assurance that your platform will work smoothly. Now then, if these are the challenges, then what are the best strategies you should opt for? One, personalization. So as we were talking earlier slides, that local players or localization is important. Having an content in local language is important. So personalization to retain the subscriber is key fact, while uh, providing them a better experience. Okay. So now there are analytics tools that can help you to understand what is your buying behavior, what people like, what they watch, what they like purchasing, what they spend time on, and based on that, you actually personalize the your OTT platform. There are tools in the market that can help you do that. Movie offers Sally as one of the tool, but having a tool on your platform is very important. Dynamic ad insertions. Now, we spoke about AWOD as a monetization method, but inserting the advertisement based on the region, okay, based on the cultural well-being, and having a topic related to the region is very important. So as your platform, you should have a platform that allow you to do more such kind of models. And SWOT is a popular though, but mixed combination of AWOD and SWOT should definitely help you, which is hybrid, which is subscription and ad models. Okay. uh, you can also have a local content. uh, you can localize the content, you can type with the local audience, you can type with the local content creators. as you know that when you start OTT streaming platform, retaining the content creators or capturing, or maybe you can say uh, procuring the content is a huge cost. So you need to tap with the if you are aiming to local audience engagement, you need to tap with the local content creators as well, and you can then have a local payments personalization. You can, if you know that this is the particular payment made methods that are liked by this region. If you go in the Arab countries, you will definitely see people want to pay via Google Play or maybe Apple Pay, and they like to do that way, so they don't want separate payment transaction happening in that region. You also can have a super app kind of you know um, thing wherein you type with the you have a type with the super apps. You put your content over there. You can make your platform available under super apps, and that is a potential way forward. Many telecom partners, many telecom players in the market are doing super app things, and they allow many platforms who are smaller, local but good content. You can stream your content on them, and you can directly get access to million of or thousands of users of the that telecom partner. Sport content, as I mentioned, that Africa region and MENA region, or sorry, MENA region is overall getting traction on sports content. There are a lot of events are coming up, and if you want to stream them, definitely that is the way forward. I've covered partial that strong partnership with telecom provider with super apps. That when you tie up with the telecom partners, you get an access, or you can actually type in a such a way that definitely a particular number of particular provider only has access to this content. Likewise, and many telecom partners nowadays are talking to OTT players in the market that how I can make this content available for my viewers or the subscribers. We spoke about the ad penetration and the growth. So we have tried to present the data by country wise. What is the ad, and we took an YouTube ad reach example, wherein you can see that what is the maximum ad viewership and how it is penetrated in each country, like Lebanon, Bahrain, Oman, Canada, Sweden, compared to each country, how it is working. So you can see that highest rate is somewhere in Lebanon, Bahrain, Oman, and Qatar. So this is the highest point we can see that ad reach is happening. Yeah, so this is the end of our webinar, and I'll be happy to answer the questions if there are any. Okay, let's go one by one. What are the questions? Let me see if there are any questions. Okay, great. So I see first question. What are the key factors driving the rapid adoption of OTT streaming in MENA, and how are they differ from the other global markets? Okay, so I mostly covered this topic, but I'll just repeat it and I'll just try to elaborate a little. The MENA region has very high mobile penetration rate and young tech savvy audience. Okay, that loves on demand live streaming, and you can if you combined the increasing internet accessibility and affordable data plans, it is driving the MENA region factor. So MENA's mobile first culture and the preferences for the localized content is set apart. So that is what setting up the this region, and that will definitely help you. And I hope that answers your questions. If you feel that it is not, then you can definitely put another question. Now we also have a question from Andy. What's your break even point for streamed hours for HD channel? Okay. uh, so when you talk about break even point, I am assuming that you're talking about the number of streaming hours. So that's a good question. Normally, it is between, as I mentioned, 4.5 hours, but uh, on a monthly basis, if you look at for the HD content, it can go between 5 to 10 hours, depending upon which platform I'm spending time on. So that is the, what I feel. But definitely, if you require additional information, please drop us an email and we will provide you a detailed breakdown or detailed information on that. We also have a question from Akram. Will there be a recording of the webinar sent out? Yes, yes, definitely. We will send you the recording. You can access it on our channel also, and our team will reach out for definitely further discussion. Uh, okay, how do you? Suzanne is asking, how do we build in a week? Okay, good question. So Muvi offers you a ready-to-use template. If you're talking about a website, you can definitely start a template, select a template. If you're ready with the metadata, if you're ready with the type of banners you have, I would say rather like 48 weeks is minimum that you can start, and definitely it will be easier for you to understand more from us how you can start in a week. But just to quickly summarize, in a week's program, that first you will sign up, then you'll select a template. Third, you will upload the banners, posters. Fourth, you will select the payment mode. And fifth, you will white label your domain and launch the platform. That is how 6 days program I can see. Okay, so this is the questions that we had. We also have Samita Shetty has raised a hand. Okay, um, you can you can I'll just see if I can allow to talk. Give me a minute. Let me see. Okay, fine. And then I'm just seeing the setting. Yeah, Samita, you can talk, or maybe you can put a question in chat.
Hi.
Yeah, hi Samita. I can hear you.
Sorry, I had another phone.
No problem. Go ahead. What is your question?
Uh, 1 minute. Right now, I don't have a question. Sorry.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Okay, so we have a question from Eliza, specifically in North Africa, where culture audience gather in social venues like bars and cafes to watch primary premium sports content, and where traditional linear broadcasters casting has historical dominated. How can an OTT platform achieve optimal performance? Very good question. Okay, so let me answer this very, means I'll try to answer rather. It typically depends on the what type of rights are allowed in that region. I'll give one example that we in the past we worked with NPFL, Nigerian Football Premier League. Okay, now they tied up with a particular OTT player in the market and they only stream there. Now, optimal means how we cover this, how do we address is definitely having a rights and having a PPV monetization method. Now, when I talk about PPV monetization method, see, going in a bar or maybe people gathering and watching the content is typically for certain sports, okay, like football and thing. But if it is only available on certain platform, you would definitely want to offer it on a certain commercial basis, or maybe you can tie up with the audiences or the companies that can offer these kind of tabs. Right now what I understand or what I feel that the past experience says that PPV monetization method is something that worked for some of our customers, and that is how you should focus on. I hope I have tried to answer, but if you feel it is not clear, to drop us an email. I'll definitely try to connect over and we can discuss in more. Okay, we have a Suzanne here, a question. Do you have a documentation on this build process, please? Yeah, we do have. You can go through our help articles, or if you drop us an email, our team will reach out and provide you the documentation how to build the application. Okay, can the system be linked up with the live streaming at the event? Yes, definitely. You actually connect with a encoder or whatever streaming device you identify, and then you connect the live streaming server what we have, and then you live stream. It is pretty straightforward. How? Let's connect again, and we can explain you in detail. Okay, just a time check. We have some more minutes, and if you have any other question, do drop in. I'm still open for questions, but let me know if you have other questions. Let me see. I'll pick up one more question. Okay, so how can OTT providers in MENA leverage data insights to enhance user experience? Okay, so it's a good question. So data insight allow providers to understand preferences, peak viewing times, and trending content. So movie platform, or rather whichever platform you use, it it can offer you analytics that covers these points: viewing time, who is watching, what region, and what content. So specifically talking about movie platform, we have analytics model that covers these analytics part, and based on that, you can decide which content is doing better and how to promote it. So this is what you can leverage the MENA data insights coming in the or enhance a better experience and drive engagement. To answer one of the aspect of engagement, we offer like movie offer an tool called Movie Mini, which is nothing but the TikTok or Instagram like feature. If you enable that, the audience engagement on your platform will increase. So just sharing, if you want to know, you can drop us an email and we will definitely reach out to you. Okay, last question. Peter is asking. Okay, Peter, what is the question? I didn't see your question. It just you have a question. You mentioned that you have a question, but can you please ask the question? Okay, I think I let me check if I received the question. I don't see the question. Hold on a second. Okay, fantastic. You can, okay, I'll just, you can write to me. It's in here. I think I haven't added my email ID there, but I'll just spell it out for you. It's Bhushan, Bhushan at movie.com. So you can drop me an email and we will connect over separate discussion. I'll repeat my email: Bhushan, Bhushan at movie.com. Okay, so guys, it was pleasure presenting you the topic, and I hope I was able to help you understand the MENA region. If you feel that there are certain topics, certain questions that are unanswered, you can actually write to me or write at sales@movie.com, and our team will get back to you. Okay, thank you. Have a great day.